really quickly because pictures change. Yeah, England debut, 19th of March 2019, or 18th of March.
So Dele is the man who makes way for 20-year-old Declan Rice.
It's absolutely flown by. It's incredible.
Shares in West Ham Rice have risen rapidly. In his position, English players are rare. In a Premier League dominated by world-class pivots, Rice consistently leads the charge.
Since you made your England debut in 2019, Harry Kane has made the most England appearances, 42 games. Who's second on the list?
Is it me? How many?
36.
You need to replicate every week. The manager watches every game. Something that you're always playing really well for your club, because it's not always a given that you're going to be selected for England. I'll probably get criticised for the way I play. I know my colleagues have done it at the club now consistently for the last 2-3 years, and obviously I've become more and more confident.
If there's a tournament match that's the template for you and for England, is it Germany, the Euro?
Yeah, I think that game was everything. Yeah, I'm just trying to get on the ball, keep the ball moving, trying to be in a good position for if we lose the ball. You see the goal here. As soon as that went in, it was like incredible. Seeing me there going mad. What a day that was. Everyone was so on, you could see the focus in everyone's eyes, and there was no way we was letting them beat us that day, especially at Wembley. I see that same focus now, that same mentality before the games. We really want to push, and we obviously have a massive objective, which is hopefully go the whole way in this tournament.
Our midfield didn't click snap. I didn't feel as though we're connecting combinations in midfield. Thought their midfield were far better.
It didn't happen. Same with the Euros. The fact is that they know what to do from here.
When you put on an England shirt, if you don't have the best of games, of course, everyone's watching. 18 million people is going to be criticised. Look, I'm all ears. If I want to go to the top and keep improving, you know, I need to see my weaknesses, and I need to see how I can improve and get better as a player.
At just 23, Rice is wise enough to know he's not mastered his art, but precocious enough to believe he can be a match for any opponent. This week's test: learn the American lesson and beat Wales.
You know, we have really good technical footballers across the back line. You can see the connections are there, you know, there's always angles on the ball. It's just about maybe progressing that ball a little bit quicker like we did in the Iran game. Against Wales, we've seen their first 2 games, there's weaknesses that we can exploit for sure.
Just a news line from the England camp suggesting that Jordan Henderson will come in for Jude Bellingham tomorrow for the England-Wales game. We'll have highlights 10:50 here on ITV1. What do you make, Graham, of Declan Rice, the modern-day midfielder?
I think there's a hell of a lot to like about him. I think he's exceptionally energetic, covers the ground for fun. I think he's got a great defensive head. I think he senses danger, and yeah, he is evolved to be a main man in this England team. Downside for me, he's played 182 games in the Premier League. He's got 7 goals. That's a goal every 26 games. That ain't enough. Whether you call yourself a holding midfield player or a defensive midfield player, you're back in play all the time. And given the surfaces today in the Premier League, you know, where I played, the ball's coming out of you, balls bobbling all over the place. Very different surface to what they have now, where the ball's rolling to you. You should be getting more goals, coming onto things, you know, making the goalkeeper work if not finding the net. So that's an obvious criticism. Playing for England, if Gareth Southgate was sitting here and he listened to what I'm going to say, he would counter it by, but we've got to a final, we've got to a semi-final of the last 2 major competitions. I just think overcautious in midfield. If he's going to play Jordan Henderson, it's another sitting midfield player. He doesn't get goals, he doesn't have cute and clever play about him. And I think that's why when you watch England, at times it's not terribly exciting. It's very pragmatic, it's very workmanlike, it can be very effective. But I think England now have players in midfield that will make them better watch, that would be easier on the eye, and could still be as solid. I think at this time, given where England are with no Walker, Harry Maguire having the season he had, maybe to go with 2 holding midfield players against Wales,
Is the counter to that, Joe, that if Jude Bellingham does, I mean, he may not play tomorrow night, but if England get through, you'd imagine